frustration continues for Newcastle United. It's finished at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 2, Newcastle United 1. Look, what can I tell you? The best team on the day probably did win it. They dominated, as you would expect, at home, but the game wasn't really beyond us. We had chances. Isak went through on goal. Joe Linton with an open goal at his mercy, and Isak just couldn't get it across to him. Look, it was a really, really frustrating watch today, and that's been the theme for the past couple of weeks, hasn't it? Frustration, because these kind of games are there for a taking for the win, like Everton and Brighton, and then we could have easily got a point today, very, very easily. But there was some individual errors, there was poor decision making. There almost seems to be a lack of cohesion at the minute, which is very, very odd, considering there's been no real new signings for at least a year, and it's something that you can't really put your finger on. Look, the big headline from the team news today was no Anthony Gordon in the squad. A groin injury, apparently. So that was disappointing. Harvey Barnes, largely ineffective today to take his place. Almiron got the nod over Jacob Murphy, which I think was the right decision, to be honest. The previous two performances from Jacob Murphy haven't been good enough, so it was about time he came out of the team. There was some pretty poor defensive work early doors from Livramento, and Chelsea were getting shots away and headers away that they had no right to, really. Early goal correctly ruled out for offside from Palmer, but the goal that did stand from Jackson was a glorious move on their part. It was absolutely pure silk from the edge of their own boxes. From the edge of their own box, 3 passes and it was in the net. A delicious pass from Palmer to Neto, who put it on a plate for Jackson, and we were 1-0 down, and you think, well, here we go. We got the equaliser. It was tight, a long VAR check, but Isak was onside, and you think, right, Isak's got his goal. Confidence lifting. Can we go on and really put Chelsea under pressure? It was 1-1 going into half time, and you think, come on, we've got a chance here. Yes, we haven't been great, but we're bang in this game. But it's just midfield was peculiar. Like, the lack of pace was apparent from our centre halves. We're really starting to miss Sven Botman now. We really, really are. We've done well to manage without him for this long, but I would say Botman is world class, at the very least on the verge of world class. Any team, any squad would miss someone of that calibre, and we really are now. Lewis Hall against Madueke was interesting. I think Madueke came out on top of that. Chelsea's winning goal, which came from Palmer in the end, really poor from Nick Pope. Really, really poor. Beaten at his near post. He'll be fuming with that. And rightly so, because it was one he should be saving, I'm afraid, and that makes it all the more frustrating. Frustration is the key word today, and that frustration is building. We've got a chance to go again on Wednesday against the same opposition, but at home this time in the Carabao Cup. But things need to change on the pitch, because, like we've said in the build-up to these tricky run of fixtures, we could be going into West Ham at home, who have beaten Manchester United today, after the international break in November, where Howe really must be needing a win, because Arsenal up next in the league, and then Forest, who are flying at the moment. It doesn't get any easier. So we had chances late on. Chelsea got given a penalty on field, which was correctly overturned because it was so soft. What was the referee thinking giving that? In the first half as well, the ref didn't give a free kick to Bruno, who appealed for a penalty, went to VAR, but obviously VAR can't give free kicks, it can only give penalties, so nothing could be given. Referee should have seen it and should have given it. I didn't understand that. I don't think Hooper is a particularly brilliant referee by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, it's a frustrating afternoon for Newcastle. It's just a 2-1 defeat at a place where we have a horrendous record, but of late we've been going there trying to get a win, And it was the same today. Gordon was a big miss. We lacked that intensity on the pitch that he brings. Yeah, frustration is the key word, and Joe Linton epitomised that when bellowing at Alexander Isak when he failed to put in a cross and put it on a plate for Joe Linton to make it 2-2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do smash the like. The vlog and last word coming up from Lee, who's on his lonesome at Stamford Bridge today. I've just finished work, so I'm currently in Milton Keynes, travelling back home now. Stay tuned to Newcastle Fans TV.